Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As many of you are aware, DCS update 2.7 has dropped. If you don't have it, you're not on open beta. You're most likely running stable, so switch over to open beta if you want to get the clouds that you're seeing in this video here. Now, a lot of changes have happened since the new clouds, and a lot of it actually impacts dogfighting in a sense. As many of you know, clouds were client-side in the past, which means the cloud that I saw is not necessarily the cloud that the other guy saw. And that obviously created situations where you couldn't hide in clouds, and you couldn't lose bandits in clouds, because you may be in a cloud, but he could see you clearly. The clouds in 2.7 are not client-side from my understanding. Here we go into the merge. We are in a 2-circle here. So the clouds I see are the clouds he sees. So we're going to see how that impacts the dynamics of the dogfight and all that other stuff. So here we are in a 2-circle fight with this F-15 here, and things are going so far so good for us. Fairly neutral through the 2-circle pass here. I'm gonna reverse it into a 1-circle, just try to keep this a little bit interesting. And that actually takes me into a cloud layer, which is gonna be problematic, because now I can't see him. So this is exactly what I was talking about. As we get into these different situations, you're going to lose visual. The dynamic of the dogfight is totally different now. And I have no idea where he is. Not a clue. Like, I literally just lost him. Oh yeah, he's on my sex. Cool. So it literally doesn't matter if you're winning, but if you just lose visual, you're going to pay for it, as it looks like I'm gonna do here. Cool. Okay, time to go. Alright, look at that fire. Nice. So then you can see the new fire effects as well. They look really well. And that looked like a really violent death. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it was more violent than before, just from the smoke and the fire. Really cool. So DCS 2.7, I'm actually kind of impressed, man. I mean, you know, I lost a visual in the dogfight. I think it adds a completely different component to it, which, you know, we never saw in the past. You can lose your bandit in the clouds, and, you know, he could lose you, and vice versa. The fight could totally flip just by losing visual in a cloud, which I think would be super useful for World War II as well. And you see the deaths, like when you're hit and you catch fire and smoke, like it's a lot more violent. It feels dramatic just because the visuals are so much better. But yeah, I think the clouds and stuff, it's going to create a whole different dynamic for World War II stuff, especially. Into the merge here. Going 1-circle. Well, it looks like he lost visual. Now he's the one who doesn't know where to look. And I think a big part of this here, I might get a shot right here. A big part of this is your eyes getting used to finding bandits again in these environments. Sometimes it's easier because the clouds kind of make them stick out, and other times it's more challenging. Just your eyes don't really know what to look for anymore until they get used to it, and that's why the helmet mounted sight is so important, to maintain that lock, especially as you go through the clouds. So here we're going into the cloud, so I gotta get that lock. There we go, I need that little box to show me where he is. So you can see you got the helmet mounted sight all of a sudden takes on a whole different functionality and usefulness in DCS. So that's very cool. Thanks to that box, I was able to maintain visual here. And now that we're below the cloud layer, notice how it's darker because the sun's not getting through. It feels colder down here. I don't really know how to explain it, but this 2.7 update has taken it to a different area of realism and immersion for me. Oh, that's not good. He just he just got back there pretty nicely. So I don't know, man, tell me if you guys have the same experience, but to me this feels much better, much colder down here just because of the cloud layer and not letting the sun in. Like, I really do feel like you're in a winter-esque environment. I'm not beating him in the raid fight here now. Sort of. Slowly but surely. Not doing a great job of maintaining my speeds, but
All right.
whoa, almost hit some trees there. That's not good.
Flight control.
Somewhat lost the visual. There he is. I tried to cash in there to see if I could get a shot off. Let's just reverse the turn into a one circle. I don't want to be in a raid fight all day, just want to keep this interesting. And he goes over the top. And I think the next one will be a head-on pass, and I'll just kill him here. There we go. You don't need that wing. Look at that, sawed him in half. Crazy. So yeah, man, so there it is. Look at us as we climb through this cloud layer now. Look at it's kind of dark down here because it's an overcast day here. And you can see the sunlight poking through the clouds a little bit. And we're going to punch through this cloud layer. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? This is a huge, huge improvement for DCS. Absolutely stunning. Alright guys, no tac view in today's video. This is not really what this was about. I really just wanted you guys to see what dogfighting was like in 2.7 and the implications of having clouds that were not only client side, but both, you know, both guys could see the same clouds. And I think, as we discussed in the video, it'd be super interesting for World War II or even Korea. And when you think about it, really any aircraft that doesn't have a helmet mounted sight, you know, you could completely flip the fight just by losing the bandit in a cloud. You could be winning and the fight might flip, you might be losing and the fight might flip. So I think it makes for some really interesting dogfighting scenarios, not to mention the realism, in my opinion, that's created by this. Like, I genuinely felt like I was more there just because your brain gets lost in the immersion. I think that this was a huge update for DCS, so really nice. Alright guys, let me know what you think about the clouds and the dogfighting dynamics. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.